So, front suspension mounts. I kind of skipped them on this car on the other side, but now that we're here, I'll just cover them very, very briefly. These do tend to rot. On this particular car, we seem to have been blessed. Normally in here, where we normally can't see, is where all the crap accumulates. And the shell gets rotten. Same down here and in the sides. But other than being a bit manky, these actually seem to be in fantastic condition. All the rot in this car seems to be related to flooring and sills. So we won't be doing a lot of work here, other than a bit of clean, a bit of acid etch, and a bit of rust treatment, and we should be good to go. However, this is an area you want to keep an eye on for the imp. It's one that's well bodged, as I said, because mostly everything sits in this back corner. It's really difficult to get up and get a look into. Much more difficult than what it was previously. Now that we have mobile phones, we can turn on the light and we can shine up and watch the screen while we point over the top. So there you go, there's half a top tip. You really want to be looking in here in any imp you go to buy. Saying that, if you want a good indication of how things are, you can look at the other side, which actually hides down behind the fuel tank. Fuel tank would normally sit along here and obscure the two bolts, which we've seen there. But here is that top ledge. You can see where it's spot welded in here, just below the bolt. So up here, you would normally see lots of rot peeking through because that's only single skin. So be sure that you look down inside any imp you're looking to buy and make sure that this section doesn't have any rotting. Now, this being a Mark 1, we have an extra piece of metal here. Don't be worried if you go and look at a later shell. If you look at the later shell and that's missing, don't worry about it. The change in shells, I believe, was somewhere 65 or 66. Although our resident imp historians will be able to tell us exactly when, probably down to the serial number of the shell. But this was a very, very early car, so it has it. And the later ones where this removed, it's much easier to see even more rot up here. And a popular modification, which I've never actually did myself. However, if you go to Colin Rooney's pages, see Restoration and Fabrication on Facebook, as well as a few other folks. Apologise for the... Yep, that'll be the wind rattling the roller door. If we look at a very popular mod, which is also in some of the tuning books, is to cut out this section here and box it in down to the top ledge on that H-mount, which then allows you to take away the rot, get access to the top of the H-mount, and more importantly, that's exactly where the shock absorber mounts. So when the shock and the spring come up, there's a small retaining plate sits in here with two bolts from inside the petrol tank, which you need to remove the petrol tank to get out. They are bolts. You have two studs, which then go upwards with nuts in the top. Again, those can be hit and miss. I would say that would be the editor banging on, but he's actually on holiday at the moment. So the cut-out mod that I mentioned cuts out the section here all the way down to the back edge, and you box in here, closing this off. So your actual access to the top of your shock mount is from inside the car instead of the outside. 6 and 3 2s, I prefer to repair it and leave the car the way it is. Other fellas, especially the competition guys, like to get some extra gusset plates, strengthening, box this in, and so on. Your car, end of the day, it's your choice.